Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the Fortress of Solitude. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different this week. Even though I am usually isolated and insulated from the outside world and from happenings there here in my happy little chamber of solitude, I cannot help but be aware of the fact that recently there was a television program called South Park. I believe it's a children's cartoon-type show that used as its topic of humor a popular computer role-playing game known as World of Warcraft just this past week. Now, as you've probably been able to conclude, those of you who are longtime viewers, I am a hardcore old-school tabletop role-playing gamer, and I have never been able to get into this new World of Warcraft thing, or indeed many other online, I believe they're called the massively multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPG, to use the lingo of the youth. But still, I mean, in my past, I did dally with the electronic gimcrackery and the bright lights and jiggery pokery of the electronic role-playing game set. And this evening we're going to be having a look at two examples of the sorts of computer role-playing games that I find very exciting and very interesting. To do that, I'm going to actually leave the Fortress chamber itself and proceed over to the screening room of Solitude. So, why don't we move over there now? Now, first on our agenda this evening is Mattel Electronics Advanced Dungeons & Dragons cartridge, the first one. Cloudy Mountain is the game. In this game, basically, you are leading an expedition to Cloudy Mountain, which is the destination you can see on the right-hand side of the screen. And, well, you use the direction pad. As you can see, as you approach each mountain, the terrain is revealed in different colors. The different colors stand for different hazard ratings for the mountains. I believe gray is the safest form of mountain, so gray is where we will in fact enter. We now go into, basically, your expedition. This doesn't make a lot of real sense. The expedition is essentially traveling in one person at a time. And as you can see, the maze, oh look, there's a bat chasing me. Let's shoot him. Where did he go? There we go. Got him. As you can see, the maze expands as you explore it. And the maze is different every time you play, which is actually quite innovative. This game came out in 1981, and it was actually the very first game from Intellivision to take up more than... pardon me, I'm trying to figure out how to pick up that gold or whatever that is. I think it's food. All right. The very first game to take up more than... Oh, darn, I'm out of arrows. To take up more than 4K of memory. It is actually a whopping 6K, so, consider that in this... Oh, look, I'm dead. So anyways, this is there you go. This is Cloudy Mountain. You have to go into these mountains to acquire tools that you need to descend into the actual titular Cloudy Mountain in order to defeat a dragon of some kind. It's actually really enjoyable. As I say, the maze and the game change every time you play it, and you can bet it's has a lot more replay value than Pac-Man. Although, why they're sending their expedition one man at a time to fight enemies like slimes and jellies and stuff. Okay, die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, I think I'm doomed. Okay, what is that thing? It's not dying. Alright. Unfortunately, I lost all the instruction booklets and also the overlays, so I had to, download stuff from the internet. Anyway, why don't we get myself killed here. I think it's like a yellow mold or a jelly or a purple worm or, I don't know, some darn thing. There we go. And we'll proceed on to the next game for the evening. Okay, so title screen looks exactly like the other title screen, except you'll see that the copyright is 1982 rather than 1981. This is actually a completely different game. TSR, the guys who made D&D, had some weird stuff going on where they required Intellivision to put Advanced Dungeons & Dragons cartridge all in capitals, and also the trademark of TS Atari, so that people knew who they were. But unfortunately, the number of characters available on the title screen meant that the actual names of the game did not get onto the title screen. So this is the second AD&D game for Intellivision called Treasure of Thurman. Now, in this game, look at this. You are navigating a castle with up to 256 levels. Once again, these are all randomly generated like the other game, so it's infinitely replayable. And it's really, really massive. The full game, if you set it for the hardest level, which I inadvertently have just done, will actually take you more than 5 hours to get through on average, according to one site I saw. There's all these little icons on the floor and stuff that lets you know what sort of monsters you can expect. There are monsters that are good at spiritual warfare, monsters that are good at physical warfare, and you have your stats here. You have a backpack. You can actually pick things up and rotate items around in your inventory bar, which is, a feature of many more advanced role-playing games, like Neverwinter Nights and that fancy new World of Warcraft all you crazy kids are playing. Let's see here. And look at this. It's 3D, man! Wow, this makes space paranoids look like asteroids. Polygonal. Well, actually, they're not. I think that's a teleport trap. Yeah, we're now like on level 6 or something. Okay. Let's open this door here. Maybe there's a monster. So far, this dungeon is really boring. There's a ladder. Let's go down the ladder. That should be interesting. I can't remember how to go down ladders. I think I just did. Oh, wait, no. Ah, there we go. There's a sack of gold, and there's a yellow monster guy there. Let's go kick some butt. I fired an arrow, he's shooting at me, and I died. This is what I get for setting for the hardest level and not finding anything better than a wooden bow. Well, anyway, that was Treasure of Thurman. I hope you enjoyed that one too. So there you have it. My character is dead. You can see the coffin marker on the screen there, blinking on and off. Grim reminder of my own virtual mortality. I regret to say that I actually did not play Treasure of Thurman or Cloudy Mountain. When they first came out in the early 1980s, my family did not own an Intellivision. We owned a VIC-20 at some point in the early 80s, but had no video game system previous to that, with the exception of one of those Sears home video ping-pong games, which I whiled away many a happy hour with, but still not quite the same level of interactivity. I was, however, familiar with choose-your-own-adventure books, fighting fantasy books, and the tabletop role-playing games, and also had spent many hours playing Bard's Tale on a friend's Commodore 64, so I am well acquainted with the practice of chasing down polygonal hallways for hours and hours, and only to find death at the hand of a pack of zombies. In fact, I want you tonight at 2 a.m., or whenever it is, when you're hitting level 50 or finally gaining your mount, to offer some virtual libations to the virtual dead, to those grim warriors who have stalked down similar hallways, similar pathways, and fought similar monsters before you. You are followers in their great heritage. You stand atop the shoulders of the 4K colossi, the 4K tall people, who went before you. And I want you to reflect upon that proud heritage of video game heroism before you log off tonight. I'm Pyat, and this has been another episode of the Fortress of Solitude. I'll see you all next week, or next time, rather, when we'll have a very special Halloween episode, unless I'm too lazy to make one. Good night, God bless, keep warm, and stay fortified.